Well, talk us through the first couple weeks of practice here, how everything's getting used to playing in Iowa.
Oh my gosh, it's been nothing but amazing. The girls have been amazing, the coaching staff. So just finally being here in person and just being surrounded by such a great community has been amazing.
After so much anticipation, I mean, you committed a couple of years ago, and now you're finally on campus, actually playing with the girls. Just is it kind of surreal actually being here now?
So surreal, definitely a dream come true. Honestly, it's better than I thought it was going to be somehow, some way. So I have no complaints whatsoever, yeah.
What are some of those great things that you've had so far? What's been your favorite part of being in Iowa?
Honestly, just the practices and being around the team. These girls, I mean, I feel like I've known them my whole life, and we've only been together for like a month. So I think our just camaraderie is really good, and we get along really good off the court, which helps us on the court for sure. So vibes are always high during practice, and we have fun and work hard.
When did you start seriously considering college?
I started seriously considering Iowa my freshman year. I had got a couple offers, but there was a couple schools I haven't heard from, and Iowa was one of those schools. So I had my coaches reach out, and ever since then I was like, yeah, that's the place I want to be.
What was it back then that struck you so interesting about Iowa?
Yeah, it was, so my trainer at the time said I need to watch a lot of women's basketball and that Iowa style play really fits me well. So it was kind of before Caitlin got here, but right as she was coming. It was during the COVID time, so she wasn't really well known yet, but I kind of got to watch like Iowa before her and then obviously during and after. So to see that was really cool.
So to get this straight, through your coaches, you actually kind of contacted Iowa first and not the other way around?
Correct, yeah. Iowa was one of the schools that I had my coaches reach out to because I was very interested. I know they don't get a lot of West Coast girls. Not a lot of people really want to leave the West Coast, but I was definitely willing to.
Now, you committed pretty early, and I'm sure that didn't stop people from contacting you. You know, did you ever waver at any moment?
No, not at any moment. Coach Jan had called me to tell me of the coaching change, and even then I asked her, Coach, is the culture going to change? And she said no. So I was like, okay, then I'm here to stay. I'm here for real. So
Tell us about playing for Jan, what that's been like now after she was, I think, maybe the main recruiter that got you on the campus, on the team. So what's it been like playing for her?
Yeah, it's been amazing. She's such a great woman and great coach and just great person in general. So just being around her every day has been amazing. I'm learning so much and just excited to learn more.
Why were you willing to leave the West Coast when most aren't?
I was ready for a change. I've lived in California since I was like 1.5, I want to say. So I was ready to experience something else.
I used to half in jest, but also realistically, is it helpful having a couple more West Coast girls, having Layla and Ava here, a couple girls who are from roughly the same part of the country as you?
Yeah. No, I think it's definitely helpful that everyone's kind of from different places. Sure, there's a lot of Iowa girls and a lot of Midwest girls, but I mean, Emily from the Dominican Republic and all those other girls from other states. I mean, it's great that we all come together and have similar like personalities and get along really well.
What can Iowa fans expect out of Addie Deal?
Yeah, I think I'm fun to watch. I mean, I love playing basketball, and I'm just excited to be around such a great crowd and support base. So I'm a shooter. I can score. I can drive. I like to make really good passes. So the style of play, very fast.
Is there anything off the court that stuck out about Iowa so far? Any favorites, either places you've stopped, places you've eaten,
Oh my
anybody you've run
gosh.
into?
Oh my gosh. Everywhere we've gone to eat has been really good. I'm not going to lie. But I think it's so cool that we'll just be like walking downtown and every once in a while, someone will say, oh, it's women's basketball. Good luck this season. So that's really special because I don't get that at all back home.
How about the fan support
Yeah.
that you've seen since the Caitlin era, and it's continued on and expect it to be the same this year?
Yeah, I think the fan support is amazing. I mean, it carries on even after college, like the Kate Martin support, the Caitlin Clark support, Lucy Olson. I mean, everyone loved those girls, and it definitely started because here at Iowa, so I'm excited to be a part of that.
Is there anybody you've really connected with on the roster, somebody that you've either grown close to? I don't know who you're living with, if you're living with somebody on the team?
Yeah, so currently I'm dorming with Chit Chat. I will be in the dorms, though, as I am a freshman, so I'll be with a different sport athlete. But honestly, every single girl on the team has been amazing. Taylor Stremlow was one of the first ones that kind of reached out to me, so she's been a great leader figure, so excited for her this year.
What do you feel like your fit on the roster is your first year?
Yeah, I definitely want to be an impact player. Whatever the team needs, I'm willing to do. I can be a point guard, I can be a shooting guard. I like to score. I want us to win, so anything.
How's your adjustment been?
Yeah.
Kind of settling in now. I'm sorry I missed a lot of the first
No,
part.
you're all good. Adjustment's been really good. It's been better than I thought it was going to be. Literally no complaints. I mean, the team's amazing. The place is amazing. I'm loving it. I'm loving my time here.
Go ahead, Chelsea.
Oh, I was going to say, you obviously had Iowa on your radar. You said even before Caitlin Clark. What was it about Iowa that drew you here?
Yeah, so my trainer at the time, he had said, Addy, you really need to watch Iowa women's basketball. That style of play fits you so well, just how fast they run, how they get up the court. So I started watching before she came, and then obviously when she was here during COVID, obviously when she blew up, and then after. And so I could see myself here.
What's your trainer's name?
James Parker. Yeah. Shout out James, yes.
Have you connected with Caitlin yet?
I have, yes. She's been amazing. I got to meet her during my recruiting process and then a little bit after, but she's just such a cool person, so.
Did you have 1 second of wavering when the coaching change went down? I mean, nothing at all.
Not a second. I asked Coach Jan if the culture was going to change, and she said no, definitely not. And so since she answered that, I was like, okay, I'm on board. I'm 100% in, yeah.
Is there any player, male or female, that you kind of model your game after? Anybody that you think that you're similar to on the court?
I played for Sabrina Ionescu's team. She was always a role model of mine looking up to her. So I would say Sabrina.
I know that you talked about your good shooter, three-pointers you enjoy. Is passing a specialty of yours too?
Oh, yes. I love passing. Having a great pass and making a three, I mean, I like to do both. I don't want to just be focused on one thing, so I like to have everything.
With what your trainer said about looking at Iowa, you specifically fit well into this system. What is it that makes you fit well into it?
Yeah, definitely I would say my passing and just the speed of the game. I like to make a lot of uphill passes. Ava's been running amazing in practices, so I'm excited to get on the court with her.
This is kind of a melting pot now, which it hasn't been in the past. There's Oregon, there's Alaska, California, Dominican. I mean, how's that all meld together?
Yeah, it's good because we're all experiencing this for the first time, but I mean, we're enjoying it. And it's crazy that we're all from like different places, but have the same morals, the same work ethic. So it's super cool.
Feel like an American?
A little bit, I'm not gonna lie. I don't have the accent. I don't have any Midwest accent, but yeah.
You hear it in us? Do we have an accent?
Every once in a while I'll hear a word, but yeah.
It's kind of like I live in Iowa now. Is there anything that stood out and kind of early moving on here, getting settled?
Not anything in particular. I think it was more like just packing up my bags at home. I was like, okay, I'm not even sad. Like, I'm just excited. Let's go. Let's get to Iowa. So.
Is your family out here? Have your parents, are they relocating?
So they are moving. They move in the middle of August. So they're not here yet, but they're very excited.
Do you have siblings at all?
I have one brother. He goes to Grinnell College, actually. So, yes. He's a junior this year, yeah.
Did that play a role in coming here?
I think that was more just a coincidence. I mean, I love my brother. I'm very close to him. But the fact that he was here was definitely like the cherry on top.
Have you seen much of him since you moved here?
So he's actually in Texas right now for an internship, but I'm sure when he comes back, I'll see him a ton.
Smart guy? If he goes to Grinnell?
He's a genius, can't lie.
What's his first name?
Tanner.
Does he play ball?
He does, yeah, he plays basketball.
Have you ever seen the way they play basketball out there?
Oh my gosh, yeah, I've been to a couple games, yes. It's crazy.
You're a senior.
I'm a senior. I'm
Crazy.
old.
I keep thinking about you and Taylor and Hannah now
I know.
being seniors. It's crazy.
Feels illegal.
What's this been like for you adjusting to now knowing that it's going to be your last year and you're like one of the leaders of this team?
Yeah, it's been crazy. I don't know. It's been pretty emotional for me. Everything, I've been saying, everything just feels like it's a last. Like I wake up and I'm like, oh, it's my last, 4th of July break from practice, or my last kids camp that I worked. But it fills me with a lot of gratitude. And everything I go through now, my senior year, I'm looking back and like, shoot, I would have never believed I would have done all this my freshman year. So it makes me really proud, and it's crazy.
When you look at some of the seniors that you've seen come through the program, anybody that you've, followed in the footsteps of, or anybody that you've taken advice from as you head into your last year?
Yeah, I think every single year we've had a great class of seniors. I think, a piece of advice I got my freshman year from Monica Sonano is something that's always stuck with me. She always used to say, we live on a floating rock. So you miss a shot, it really doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things. It's not going to affect your life indefinitely. So I think that kind of mentality has stuck with me a lot, but I've learned a lot from everyone. McKenna Warnock taught me a lot my freshman year. She was like, Coach Reyna was my position coach, and then it was McKenna who was like translating Coach Reyna for me because I was like, what's going on? But yeah, Kate, everyone, I've learned a lot.
What do you have as like a goal for yourself this season, or anything that you're wanting to accomplish this year?
Have fun. Yeah, just make it. I have fun every year, but it's different when it's your last year. I feel like there's two ways it can go, where you can just be like, mourning everything that you're about to lose, or regretting what's happened in the past. But for me, I'm like, shoot, I just want to be proud of how far I've come and just be happy when I leave here.
What's your major? What are you looking to go into?
Elementary education. Yes. So I got a lot of making plans for there. So
again, you've seen a lot of players come through Iowa. Can you tell me about Addie Deal, watching her practice, what it's like seeing her, and maybe what she brings to the team?
Yeah, just she's very confident, calm. You can tell that she wants to learn a lot, and she's very advanced. Like, I remember in week 1 when we were just starting to learn our offense, she was doing different levels to the offense that we hadn't even taught yet. And Coach Day was like, okay, that's right, but we're not there yet. So I feel like that's the best way to describe her. Her knowledge for the game, her competitiveness, it's that of someone who's already been here for a year. So I don't know, it makes me confident for the future. Obviously, like, whatever happens this year, but I think they're in good hands for the next 4 years.
How many teammates have you pranked? Because I feel like you'd be a prank person. Like, especially
Wait,
from
have you heard
somebody
something?
I don't know. Have I heard something? Sources.
I'm a prankster. I've pranked about, probably everyone. Kenise and Kylie get a lot of my pranks because they're my locker buddies. But I've got some pranks.
Well, I didn't know if, like, with Layla coming here from Alaska, if you told her, like, something about Iowa that's common that isn't. Like, I met somebody from Canada, like, years ago, and they told me Burger King didn't exist up in Canada.
That's a really good idea.
I totally bought it.
That's a really good idea.
I got you.
I'm going to do that.
All right, do it.
She did ask me,
TikTok material.
she was asking me about, like, deer, or maybe someone was. They're like, so you just like see deer? I'm like, yeah. And they're like, have you ever hit a deer with your car? I'm like, that's a pretty Midwestern thing to happen. Like, it happens a lot. They're like, oh my God. I'm like, it's just a deer. Like, they're like very common, but it's funny.
Have you hit a deer with your car?
I have.
Yeah, it's a tough moment.
It was tough. It was really scary, but I'm like, I feel like that was a rite of passage to be a true Iowan. Like, buy corn out of the back of a truck, hit a deer with your car.
Sure, yeah.
It's kind of the same thing.
Now the sweet corn season.
Yeah.
You never detasseled, did you?
No, thank goodness. My cousins did, but I was always like, I have practice.
You didn't strike me as a detail.
Oh my God, no. I would not last about 3 seconds out there.
What was your first job?
I was a nanny.
Nice.
Which makes sense.
Yeah.
Only for 2 summers, but I never had time, so.
I just had to ask about the prank.
Any good prank story? Anything recently you pulled off?
Okay, so I do. Okay, so I have fake cockroaches in my locker. They have been passed down for many years. So Kate had them when I got here, and I took them from Kate when she left. So that's my go-to prank. Cockroach in your shoe. If you bring a backpack in, you might find a couple fake cockroaches in there. Or sometimes when everyone's like really tired after like weights or something, I'll just grab one and like throw it and see if anyone notices. It's really funny.
How long has that been around?
Oh my God. Well, if I've been here for probably like 8 years, I don't know.
Okay.
But I need to buy
Kate
more.
Start it?
I believe so.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
But so if you ever get a tour of the locker room and open my locker, you will see a mason jar of fake cockroaches.
Practice, how experiencing Iowa, how this has been for you?
I mean, different from where I'm from, but great. I know it's a great city. I'm getting to know it. I haven't been so many places, but I really liked it, honestly.
What's the biggest difference between Iowa and the DR?
I mean, it's a much quiet city. It's not a lot going on, but I don't mind it, so it's great.
Any similarities between Iowa and where you're from?
I mean, where I'm from is called La Romana. It's the east part of the country, so it's not a lot going on like in the capital, but that I'll say is kind of similarities that I can see.
Is there anybody here at Iowa that you've connected with so far? Anybody that you've gotten close with on the team?
I mean, everybody, the freshmen, everybody that just been here for the first time, and everybody else also helping us just to get to adjust to Iowa City.
Anything that surprises you about Iowa so far? Anything you didn't expect? Anything that really you were like, oh, okay, that's Iowa?
Yeah, when I came to my visit, I was not expecting this to be Iowa. Actually, and that's a great thing because what I was thinking of Iowa was not what I saw, but it's great.
You can tell us. What were you expecting?
No, it's
Corn?
it's corn and stuff like that, but I don't really. It was I don't know what I had in mind, but it was not this. So.
Tell me about the process of getting to Iowa, though, how that recruiting process went. When did they first reach out to you, and which coach did you kind of develop a bond with?
Well, they reached out to me like everybody else. When I went in the portal, Coach Jensen was the one who reached out to me. We talked for a very long time on the phone, and then we kept talking, and then talked to the other coaches, and see we did our homework on Iowa on the coaches and stuff. So with my dad and everybody, and then we tried to set the visit, and just we came here, and once I landed here, so it was just I think this is the right place for me.
You probably watched a lot of Iowa basketball over the last few years. Is it what you expected?
I mean, I think everybody in the country watched Iowa the last 2 years. Obviously, I was rooting for them. It was and I haven't been here before. So, but it was just not just because of that, more like the program that what Coach Jensen is trying to build and doing here. I just thought it was the right thing for me.
Tell me about how you got introduced to basketball. Is basketball big in the DR, or I mean, how did you start playing? How old were you?
Basketball is becoming now a big thing in DR, but before it was just baseball. That's what we're known for, and especially women's basketball. We don't really have that. But I just fell in love when I was around maybe 13. Playing with boys, I would play with boys because we didn't have a women's team or a girls team. Just start playing and never stop.
Did you have somebody that you watched, or how did you even start playing? Like, did you see it on TV or something?
No, not really. I just saw everybody playing on the park. It was an outdoor court. We played, and I just stayed there the whole day. My mom would be scared because I was just around boys, and she was going and check on me that I was doing just what I said, just playing basketball. But
It seems like basketball came natural to you. Just watching you on the court, you seem very natural in your movements. How did that happen?
yeah, I think when playing with boys, you become like you're trying to level up to them because they're stronger, they're faster. So you become like just become part of you. Just playing natural, having that skill, and that's pretty much it.
How have your teammates developed friendships with you and relationships with you so far?
Yeah, everybody's close, honestly, here. Just with the chit chat and the newcomers too, with Addy, with everybody, we just get along pretty well.
Do you remember the exact moment when you were like, wow, I guess I'm moving to Iowa?
I mean, once I decided that I was coming to Iowa, I mean, I reflect on everything. I say, well, this is the right place for me. I'm going for it. So that was pretty much it.
Can you tell me about watching Addie Deal? What kind of player she is? How special she looks out on the court?
I mean, she's definitely a special player. She's working. She's gonna be a good player, I think.
Did you own any coats before moving here?
I didn't know, but I guess I'm gonna have to get some.
What's you've been settled in here for a little bit. What's maybe stood out about living in Iowa, being in Iowa, and a new place for you, obviously?
Just Iowa. Iowa is pretty chill city, I'll say. In comparison to Orlando and Miami and all that, so it's just I'm not ready for the winter, but I guess we're just gonna stay here. But
Does anyone give you